Alright, so this is an Overpass Nade tutorial. Most of these are smokes, but there's going to be a few flashes and mollies as well. So yeah, we'll just hop right in. So the first smoke is actually a close bathroom smoke. Sorry, front bathroom smoke. It's like 3:47 a.m. So bear with me a little bit here. It's a front bathroom smoke. It pops really quick if your team wants to push mid fast. So what you're gonna do is from T-spawn, you're gonna find this railing. You're gonna wedge yourself right here. You're gonna see all these, little bits of light shining through, like the leaves in the shadow. This little cluster right here that I'm circling, so this one that I'm on right now, you're just gonna basically put your crosshair on it, jump through. And if you don't have a jump throw bind, I'd actually recommend getting one. It makes these smokes consistent, and the nades in general, and it just makes your life a whole lot easier. So that's a front bathroom smoke, like that, and you'll see it again. Like once you find the little cluster right there, you'll see it every time. You'll get it every time. So like I said, just put your crosshair on it, jump throw. It's gonna come down like that. Front bathroom, smoked off, perfect. If you want to smoke off the divider with it, the other guy is gonna get on this railing. And where the angled railing and the straight railing have a little break in them, you're going to line yourself up in the middle of that. And you're going to see all these streaks on the wall. And on this very right streak right here, right next to the column, right where it hits the column right here, you're just going to aim left just a little, like that. And jump through. This is going to come down, bounce off divider, perfectly smoke it off, right? They can't see anything. And obviously you have this smoke. So, they don't really have vision on anything. So yeah, so those are two really good smokes from there. And one more front bathroom smoke if you're pushing a little later, or just, a little slower. From playground, if you get in the middle of this red flower and aim at this bottom dot right here, and just left click throw, you'll smoke off front bathroom. So yeah, that one's down, smoke like that, and you're good. So back to T-spawn. There's a few more nades. One of which is a molly, which you should learn. It's really helpful for getting water control and kind of like getting a lot of information if it's clear or not or whatever. So it's actually gonna molly short before any CTs or anyone get there. So what you're gonna do is when you're running up, you're gonna see this shadow from the wire up here meet the shadow of the building, and where they meet, you're just gonna stop somewhere on it or close to it, aim at the bottom left corner of the B, and jump. Really good like that. Practice it a little bit. You can get down a counter strafe like this. And it's just a lot quicker. Mollies it off perfectly. And obviously if the CT, you need to flash in or something, because they smoked it off, which means they're probably going to push it. But yeah, so that's a really good molly. And I'll just show you some smokes from here. Or actually, no. Yeah, we'll do B smokes really quick. So here's a heaven smoke. I don't hit this consistently every time. But this is how you throw it. So you find this dot on the little wall in T-spawn. So you just get on this dot right here. This metal column, where the train lights are, you're just gonna kind of put the bottom right of it, in the top left of your crosshair, and you're gonna run and you're gonna jump right here, when it meets the bottom, this bottom brownish line, and you're just gonna jump through. Alright, well mine didn't hit, but maybe run a bit farther. I'll let the train pass real quick. I'll try it one more time. Like I said, I don't get this one consistently every time. Alright, yeah. I don't get this one consistently. This does land CT though if you did want to smoke this off, I guess. But yeah, so that's how you smoke heaven off. I'll try it one more time. We'll see if I can get it. Nope. Okay, well, moving on, that is how you throw it though, and it'll bounce off this, bounce off of the little shelves, and it'll smoke off heaven. But there's other ways to smoke heaven, so you're fine. And here's a mid-sight smoke that a lot of people know. So if you wedge yourself in the corner of this barrel, aim at the blinking light, and just click, it'll perfectly smoke off mid-sight for you, right there. Boom, perfect, it's done. There's a way to smoke bridge here as well. So if you wedge yourself in the corner of this barrel, on this little square, right, you're going to take the left side of the square, and you're going to take it to the height of, you know, like the cover of the fucking train light. So just like that, boom, left click. Alright, well mine didn't quite work out, but that is a smoke you can do. I'll try it one more time.
Smoke!
We'll see if that one worked. Okay, moving on. There is a way to smoke bridge. I'm gonna try just one more.
Smoke!
It's like kind of bugging me. I'm not hitting it. There we go. That's the bridge smoke I was looking for. So yeah, so it'll smoke off bridge perfectly like that. And that's just, those are two smokes you can throw from there if you really want to. And obviously you can flash over, you know, flash over for your team and everything. They'll pop right here. Up to you on that. So the other smokes I'm going to show you are actually from water over here. So here's one like variant of the heaven smoke. So if you get in the corner of this sign that says B, on this like, you know, branch out from the pole, if you aim between this like little electrical connector and the pole right here, you just left click, and it'll perfectly bounce off and smoke heaven. Another way to smoke heaven is if you get on these wood stacks in the back corner right here, you'll see all these little columns right here on the overpass. You're gonna see a mark in the bottom left, this one right here. Just aim at it and left click there. That'll also perfectly smoke off heaven, and you can molly barrels from here too. So if you're right here, and all these horizontal lines, or whatever you want to call them, under the overpass, just aim in the middle of them right here, and just do like a few steps, and perfect barrels molly. It's not super specific either. So what that would look like together is you throw this, that, which still works, and then boom, you know, your team can do whatever. So one more smoke for B. This is another, what's it called? Bridge smoke. So if you get in this corner right here, you can see all these little screws, or just dots, whatever you want to call them, in the sheet metal on this wall. And then you're going to see all these little like vertical lines, like these big ones. So on this second one, so you know, not this one, on the second one, you're going to find the top dot right here, and you're just going to, it's going to bounce perfectly on the bridge. And you can actually throw a flash into it as well. And it pops in the smoke, like, you know, right there. So that's a really good combination you can throw. Throwing that in tangent with the mid-side smoke can get you out onto side a lot easier. So yeah, just some really good ideas, and like, you know, you can mix them up. But those are just some smokes and everything for B. So really quick, before we move on to like A smokes and everything. A lot of people know this flash. You know, I think Stewie2K kind of popularized it in a Twitch clip a long time ago. It's when you bank the flash out and it goes through the window. So what you're gonna do is when you're in here, you're just gonna wedge yourself in the corner. You're gonna crouch. Between all the streaks, you're just gonna aim at the top of it, like right here. Just left click there, and it'll always consistently perfectly arch out. So you just get right here. Boom. Perfect. So that's the con. Yes, that's the con flash that everyone throws. You know, sometimes people ask me how to throw it, if I'm like showing them nades and stuff like this. So there you go. That's how you throw it. Really quick, if your team is kind of late pushing bathrooms and everything, or like you're just pushing it a little slower and you don't want to throw that one from T-spawn, if you come to playground right here, you're going to get in the middle of this red flower, and you're just going to aim at this bottom right dot right here on the tower, and just left click. It'll perfectly bounce down, smoke out bathrooms, and boom, there you go. Perfect bathroom smoke if you're pushing a little slower a little later. I might have shown that earlier in the video, honestly. This is like my third time recording, so I apologize if it's a repeat, but if it's not, there you go. So, let's see, some other nades. Yeah, A nades. So, here's some A nades, mainly smokes and everything, and I'll get to the B flashes at the end of the video. So, here's A smokes, right? So, these smokes I'm going to show you, one's going to land front truck, one's going to land on truck, and one's going to land dumpster. So all you're going to do to throw those is you're going to wedge yourself in the back corner of this first bench. If you aim at the head of the woman and left click throw, you're going to get front truck. If you aim at the head of the man, you're going to get mid truck. So yeah, so those are the smokes for truck right there. You know, pretty straightforward. The dumpster smoke is you're just going to stand in the middle of the bench, like get on top of it, stand in the middle, aim at the head of the woman, left click throw. It's a perfect dumpster smoke. Doesn't leave a gap anywhere or anything like that. It's a perfect one. Then obviously you can throw everything. Really good molly that complements the truck smoke really well, or if you just want to throw it on its own. It'll land right and if the smoke's down, yeah, it'll do this, so it might put out part of it, but it'll still molly right there. So while the smoke's down, so what you're gonna do, I'll show you real quick while the smoke's down. So this flower pot right here, next to the A sign, you're gonna jump on it. You're just gonna crouch, stand in like the middle of it, and then you're gonna see all these horizontal lines, like a grate or whatever. You're just gonna kind of aim at the top of them, like not, you know, up here or anything, just like right here where the grate itself ends, like the 2D version. You're just gonna come down perfectly. The truck smoke's right there. That one actually put out the whole molly, so you know that's on me, but it is a really good molly regardless. So you're just gonna aim like that. All right, well, okay. We're gonna let the smoke clear because there's a possibility I threw the smoke too close to the molly anyways. So I'll just throw these real quick. Alright, well, okay. It's not really showcasing my point, but regardless, it's a really good molly. Alright. I realize this doesn't work best, especially for the video. Smoke. Yeah, okay. So, took me a sec, and I guess on the video you guys get to see me actually testing out the nades and everything. But the smoke's gonna land like right there. In fact, I'll just throw it one more time. Right? Throw it. So if you get on the flower pot, and you actually aim kind of at the top left, so you'll see this little mark on the top. Just like aim right there. Well, alright, regardless. I'm not really showcasing great things out here. But you guys get the point anyways. Let me just... down there. Anyways, whatever you want to do with it, land right there. Perfect. You could even just throw the molly first, honestly, and then the smoke right after, depending on how you want to do it. Yeah, land right there. Burn out anyone standing in the back corner, and truck will be spawned. Just want to burn them out. That's how you do it. I'll just show one more time because I know I've just been kind of labbing out. Get in the middle of the flower pot, right next to the A sign. Kind of anywhere on this top row, just jump. it'll bounce off the skybox and land perfectly on the truck. It's a really good molly you guys can utilize. So now I'll go to long. So this first smoke's actually a long smoke, so it'll land right here, and you can actually build up. It kind of just creates uncertainty for the CTs because it gives them less map control, and long is like more of an issue for them, and they don't know if the whole team's there, if one of you's there, whatever. And the smoke I'm going to show has a foot gap, so anyone hiding here you can actually kill through the smoke. So what you're going to throw that is on this like concrete line or whatever. You're going to line yourself up on it like this. Between the T and the K in the TTK bank right here, just going to aim at the top of it in between. Left click throw. And boom. Perfect. You have a whole gap you can look through, and I mean, no CT in their right mind is going to try to peek this, and they have a lot harder time seeing you than you do them. So it's a really good long smoke to throw. The other smokes from here are, if you get in the middle of this sign right here, and you aim at the top of the A and bank, and just look, it's a perfect bank smoke, leaves no gaps anywhere, right? That'll come down. They can't go dumpster or anything, right? There's literally no gaps anywhere, like, except, you know, back here. So that's just an angle you have to be careful of. Pre-fire, whatever you want to do. And then a smoke for SWAT van, just like side sight, in the middle of the same sign. You're going to see this pole. It's on the left of the A. You're going to aim on the left and in the middle of the pole. Just click through. It'll bounce off the SWAT van. Perfect smoke for over here. And yeah, so those are the A nades, like A smokes. I'll show you some CT stuff now, honestly, and the flashes are all kind of CT. So really quick before we move on to the ones that you throw from the A side itself, this molly is really good for mid aggression, and this molly is the one that flies over and lands right here before T's get there. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna jump up on this bench, kind of at the, just like make sure you're on the back end of the bench. Doesn't have to be super specific. But once you're on the back end of the bench, you're gonna see this like dot on divider right here. You're gonna take this dot to the vertical line where these two pieces connect. You're gonna line this up like that, and you're gonna run and jump throw, but you're gonna jump through when you get to like the end of the bench. And I'll show you what it looks like. It takes me a few tries sometimes. That's what it would look like, you know, an NET running up past the point to actually get that. So really, like, this is what it would look like. It's a really good molly for, you know, just stopping, like, fast aggression, or if you want to get more mid control. So just real quick, you know, to show it to you a little slower, is jump up on the bench, like this. Find this dot, take it to the vertical line, run, and once we get to the end of the bench, and boom, perfect volley. Alright, so now CT side smokes. So this smoke's really good because, you know, obviously you spawn on A site. This smoke's really, really good for, this will smoke off outside monster before anyone gets there. So what you're going to do, wherever you spawn, whoever's throwing the smoke, you're going to get yourself in the back corner of the dumpster right here on the fence. This same pole that we aimed at for, to throw the heaven smoke from water, we're just going to find this second little electrical connector piece, and from where it touches the building to the pole, right here, you're just going to aim in the middle of those, and then you're going to jump. And it's going to, you know, fly down, perfectly bounce off, smoke off outside monster really quickly. It'll really discourage any aggression. This one is kind of specific though, so just practice it, and you'll get it, like, you know, consistently every time. Another really good smoke, this one is, I don't know if you guys want to do this quick, if people take water control really quickly and you don't want to deal with people, you know, pushing short, or if you just want to help your team in a case of a push or whatever. If you jump up on the dumpster on the left side and just like put yourself to the fence, aim at the tip of the triangle that the pole makes and just let it throw. This will perfectly come down drop deep short. So it's really good for, you know, you guys. And a really cool molly you can throw from here, which it's honestly not the best molly, but it'll molly mainly sandbags, but it will spread over here, so it'll do a bit of damage and help you out a little bit. If you're on truck, if you kind of line yourself up with the exhaust pipe, if you aim at this little like plus sign the building makes on the bottom and just take a step and throw it like that, molly it like that. You know, people do get hit, but they won't take that much damage if they're just doing that. So that's a really good molly, and yeah, so those are just kind of the nades from up here. So now I'll show you the flashes, because it's kind of the last bit of the, you know, nade section. So the flashes, this is a pop flash for, you know, if someone's rushing heaven or something, and the heaven guy, or not rushing heaven, rushing monster, and the heaven guy is like supporting. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna run, and on this, what is it, you know, technically 4th bar, like vertical bar, just put yourself in line with it, aim at the top of the like orange arrow, so not the tip, but just the top right here. Left click throw. This will fly down, and it's like a perfect pot flash for monster. You know, like, you know, anyone peeking down, like even if they look away, like, you know, your guy can peek behind, like with it too, which is really nice. So just let's show you it one more time. So just run up on this 4th pole, top of the orange arrow, left click throw. Boom, perfect pot flash in a monster. There you go. Some other flashes are, this is another one. So it's like if your short's smoked off or your short's kind of good, and you have a guy who wants to peek monster, and if you're sight or close to it, you can wedge yourself in the back corner here next to the sandbag. You can aim at this little dot on the right side of the plywood here, and just click. This one will bounce off, and it'll also pot flash monster. So this one's really good. Here's another one. If you are close or short, if you come right here and line yourself up on the edge of the wall, aim between the eyes of the red guy. That one will bounce and, you know, flash monster as well. And here's a really good self flash if you want to flash yourself monster. If you're like right here, get in line with this second post, so not here, but right here. Aim at the hand of the purple guy. You can peek with it, and it'll pop right there. So even though it's not like, you know, as much of a pop flash, you can peek with it, so if people turn away, you know, they'll die, or they'll get blinded, whatever. Yeah, and the last flash, this one's actually gonna pop deeper. So this is if you like, if there's a guy trapped here, right, and there's an opper or something, this is so he can cross, or if, you know, you want to, like, flash it, and he can actually push in and get a little more aggressive, because it'll pop, like, right here, like, under the tracks before anyone sees it. So what you'll do with this one is the support guy is going to jump up on the fence right here, on the right side of the wood stack, so right here. And on the, hold on, I haven't done this one in a second. I think that one's it. Yeah. Okay, sorry. I just had to make sure I got the right, you know, flash. Right here. Get on the right side. This, you're gonna see these two, like, you know, columns of windows. On this bottom right window right here, you're gonna aim at the bottom right corner of it. You're gonna throw the flashback. This will pop under the tracks. And anyone opping or whatever, first off, it's not a common flash, so literally anyone over here is gonna get blinded. And then your guy can, you know, he can either cross with it, he can push with it, whatever you want to do. So that's just a really good flash. And yeah, I guess really quickly, if you're stuck down here in water under bridge, if you aim at this white dot and just do like a throw, flash will fly over into sight like that. And if they're like planning sight, if you wedge yourself in this back corner and just aim it like this left part of the sandbag, your molly will bounce off into default, which is really helpful. That's just really situational, obviously. So if you're trapped down here and the T's are going for like a quicker plant, you can just come into this back corner, molly like so, and you can flash That. And boom, perfect. Oh yeah, so, sorry, one more thing, one more. This is a smoke for monster, so right here. So if you just kind of get on the top part of the little ramp here and go hug the wall, just aim at this corner of the, like, you know, the middle gray bar here, right there, and just take like a step. So just tap W and throw. Your smoke will bounce off like that. Perfect smoke out monster tunnel for you. It's really consistent. Just because I know sometimes trying to throw it can be a bit tricky. You know, like with the angled wall and such. So yeah, that should conclude all of the nades on Overpass. And, you know, if you have any questions or anything, just leave them in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer. But yeah, there you go. Here's your Overpass nades, and thanks for watching.